Hey everybody, Satoli here with History in Your Own Backyard. Today I'm in Cumberland Gap, Tennessee. I'm checking out the old Cumberland Gap Railroad Tunnel. Right over my shoulder there. Let's go check it out. So this tunnel was built in 1888. It goes under the Cumberland Gap. And I missed a train by about 10 minutes. I took the wrong turn, and actually I was up on what they call the pinnacle up above, and I heard the train coming through the tunnel. I really wanted to get that train coming through, but I missed it. But anyway, it was built in 1888. And then they had a cave-in 1894. They cleaned that out. And then they had another cave-in 1896. But it's a neat tunnel. It's narrow. It's owned by CSX now. I thought I heard another train coming. I guess not. But it's owned by CSX now. And I'm not sure how often traffic comes through. I'll have to ask one of the locals, find out. But I'll fly a drone up that way. And we'll see what it looks like in a little bit closer view. So in 1886, a group of Tennessee investors organized the Powell's Valley Railway, with their sights set to build a rail line from Knoxville, Tennessee, going north to Cumberland Gap. That same year, the line was sold to the Knoxville, Cumberland Gap, and Louisville Railroad. At that time, they dug a tunnel under Cumberland Gap to Middlesboro, Kentucky. The grade in the tunnel peaked in the center, meaning as the trains traveled in from either side, they would make a slight climb, and then once past center, they would be on a downhill grade. Unfortunately, this design would trap smoke and heat in the center of the tunnel from the steam locomotives and cause major problems later on. I've read that in the late 1800s, a passenger train was making its way through the tunnel when it derailed near the center. Unfortunately, many of the passengers in one of the cars died from suffocation. After that incident, the passenger trains would stop at either end of the tunnel and unload passengers who would take wagons over the gap to the train waiting on the other side of the mountain. Even the engineers didn't like entering the tunnel back in the day and would move their locomotives to the back end of the train, where they would push the cars through the 3,741-foot-long tunnel far enough so that a locomotive waiting at the other end of the tunnel could hook up and pull the train through. Today, the trains must keep a slow but steady pace going through the tunnel. If they go too fast, they can derail. Too slow, and the diesel fumes could overtake the cab. After the two tunnel collapses in 1894 and 1896, the tunnel was completely rehabbed in 1897. I'm told that this is one of the most dangerous tunnels in the country, where trains sometimes will scrape the inner rock wall as they maneuver their way through the tunnel. Back around 2015, an engineer for Norfolk Southern shot video of his train going through the tunnel at night, entering from the Virginia side and exiting on the Kentucky side. At one point, you can hear the train scraping the rock wall. It takes the train about 4 minutes to travel the 3/4 mile long tunnel. I was unable to track down the man who shot the video to get permission to use his film in this documentary, so I included the link in the video text below. I highly recommend you view this video. It's flat out scary as hell.